Never let anybody see you sweat.
So I was born in New York City, and I lived there until I was 8 years old. I realized that I was a much better talker than I was a listener. I don't know what to say, I just don't like what you're saying.
Sorry, Your Honor.
I ended up going to law school at Georgetown, and I was a prosecutor for Janet Reno. I loved it because it was so raw. Were you cheating on her?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
All rise.
Our show will be a mixture of education, I think you're misreading the law a little bit, and entertainment. My main goal is justice and the law. That's been my legacy, and the legacy I hope to continue into the future with the show.
Alice Collison claims that after she commissioned a pricey painting of her boyfriend's childhood dog, he dumped her. Kent Gruden says it was time to move on, and he didn't need the painful reminder of his late pet.
Ms. Collison, you're suing your ex, Mr. Gruden, for $680
Yes,
for
Your
a
Honor.
gift you bought him for Valentine's Day that you feel you wasted your money on because he broke up with you before then.
Well, it's not that simple, Your Honor.
I hope not. All right. Talk to me and tell me what happened here.
So, Kent and I met 2 years ago, and I was a bartender at a local spot that I guess he is a regular at. And ever since then,
How long did you date?
we dated for 2 years.
And towards the end of those 2 years is when this happens that brings us to court, right?
Yes.
And what happened? You were trying to think up a really good present for him for Valentine's Day.
Yes, Your Honor.
In fact, I think the words you used were, I wanted to outdo him. Because he
Yes.
outdid you the
He
year
outdoes me
before.
all the time, or outdid me all the time.
Right.
He outdid me all the time, and I wanted to do something special for him for once.
How did you go about figuring out what to do for him?
So I actually was a little sneaky. I started a group chat with his closest friends, and I figured why not go straight
And
to
one
the
of them
source.
came up with a good idea.
Yes.
And what was it?
It was a commissioned portrait of his childhood dog that passed away.
Okay. All right. So it was going to be very pricey.
Yeah.
In fact, you spent $680.
Yeah, I didn't think it was going to be that much, but again, I wanted to really do something special.
Okay. What happens?
So, Valentine's Day was coming up, and I let the group chat know that I really liked that idea and I'm going to go through with it. And they seemed to be excited for me, and I sent the picture to the artist. I have it if you'd like to see it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I basically just went on his social media, found a nice picture of the dog, sent it to the artist, and the artist said that he would have it ready in like a week. So I told his friends that I'm going through with this idea. They seemed to think that it would be a really good gift idea and that Kent would really love it.
Mm-hmm.
So one night, I kept getting phone calls from Kent. This is about maybe 3 weeks before Valentine's Day. He kept blowing up my phone. I was at work. I'm working behind a bar. I can't just pick up my phone. So I decided to leave a little early. My manager let me go. It seemed to be an emergency. When I saw the text, he said that he wanted to see me, and he put a smiley face. So I thought, okay, maybe he has something special planned, like a fun, spontaneous date night. So I go over to his house.
You thought everything was fine, right?
I thought everything was fine, yeah.
Okay.
And I get to his house, and he opens the door. I go to kiss him. He doesn't kiss me. He leans back and hugs me, which I thought was kind of strange. I mean, we've been together for 2 years, and I thought, okay, maybe, I don't know, maybe he had bad breath or something, and he didn't want to kiss me in that moment. So then I was like ready to go out on the town. I'm looking cute, and
What did you ask him? What's the fire? What happened? Like, did you?
Well, he sat me down and he grabbed my hand and he said, "This isn't going to work out anymore. It's
Okay.
it's done. I want to break up."
Okay.
And I didn't know what to do in that moment except just sit there and listen to what he had to say.
Okay.
He said that he didn't think long term we would work out, that he couldn't see me as his wife, that he didn't see a future with me, and that we should just end it before we
Okay,
get
but why
deeper
are you
in.
suing him to pay back the money that you willingly spent to buy him a gift that you didn't end up giving him? Like, why does he have to pay you now for that?
Well, because he knew. So after the breakup, I called one of his friends, Dylan. He is his closest friend. And I explained to him what happened. I explained that he wanted to break up with me. And Dylan did not sound surprised at all, which was strange. And I pried him for answers as to why he knew that maybe Kent was going to break up with me. And it turns out that Dylan knew all along, and Kent told him that he had plans to break up with me well before Valentine's Day.
Okay, I understand. Still, I'm trying to understand why he owes you $680.
Because he knew he was going to break up with me.
Okay, you haven't told me that part. So what is it Dylan tells you? I told him you were spending a bunch of money on a gift. Is that what you're saying?
So, okay, Dylan sent me some screenshots of their conversation. Did you want...
Is Dylan your best friend?
Not anymore.
Yeah, I'll say. Do you think he was moving in on her?
I think so at this point, yeah.
Are you dating Dylan?
No.
Coming up on Justice for the People.
You knew you were going to dump her all that time. Answer that question.
Your Honor, I don't know.
If the answer's because you're a jerk, just go ahead and say it.
And later,
We agreed on $120, $60 each way for her to get me to the airport. What happened was she was late to get me to the airport, and I had to miss my flight.
if you'll be in the Los Angeles area and want to bring your case to court, call 1-888-552-6878. You're watching Emmy-nominated Justice for the People with Judge Milian. We're back with a dispute between Alice Collison and her ex-boyfriend, Kent Gruden, over a pricey dog portrait.
You have some screenshots of the
Yes, Your
conversations
Honor.
between him and his best friend? Let's see those. Geez, some friend. He gives her screenshots of your conversation with him. Hey, dude, when are you thinking of breaking up with Alice? Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm really busy this week. Okay, well, just so you know, I think she's going to spend a bunch of money on an art thing for you, so make sure you let her know, dog. This is on the 27th of January. When is it that you bought the item?
So I bought it on January 30th.
Okay, gotcha. For now, just keep being friendly. To her?
Yeah.
Why?
So I didn't want her to know that I was breaking up with her while I was working. I do a lot of traveling. I'm a marketing consultant, and I was gone for 2 weeks. And I wanted to break up with her in private, so I didn't want, text
I presume
message.
in person.
Yeah, in person, not text message or phone call. So.
On February 1st, he texts you, bro, just letting you know she's literally about to commission someone to make a painting of your dog. The group chat has stalled her as much as we can. So the whole group chat was in on knowing that you were going to dump her?
The whole group.
Why wouldn't they say, don't do it?
I don't know.
Including Dylan. Yeah, dude, I haven't even seen her this week. LOL. See what you can do, but I definitely want to break up with her face to face. Gotcha. Yo, dude, on February 7th, yo, dude, she just sent us a photo of the dog painting in our group chat. Honestly, you should just break up with her after Valentine's Day. Nah, dude, I don't want to go have to buy her a gift. LOL.
LOL,
Good
Your Honor.
riddance. Good riddance. I'm going to do it soon. When did he break up with you?
He broke up with me 3 days before Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
I mean, I broke up with her because I'm,
I don't care why you broke up with her. That is not what we're talking about. You have the right to break up with her. I understand, and under normal circumstances, I would admire that you wanted to break up with her in person. But you have a whole team of people telling you what's happening. Why wouldn't you stop it?
Your Honor, she called my dog a stupid dead dog.
I'm sorry?
She called my dog a stupid dead dog.
I didn't say stupid and dead in the same sentence.
But
He's twisting my words, Your Honor.
Can you just answer me? And can you stop yelling? Can you just answer me?
Your Honor, what's the question?
The same one I've asked 5 or 6 times. If you know that there's this train barreling at you, that she's spending all this money, why don't you stop the train? Why wouldn't you just tell your friends to tell her, don't do this? I don't think he'll like that gift. Why don't you just get him some chocolates or something, just so you could stop her from making a complete fool of herself and spending almost $700 on something that she has no use for?
It was a situation out of my control, Your Honor.
No, it wasn't. That's my point, my friend, that it wasn't out of your control. It was precisely in your control.
I broke up with her
give you,
before
no. Let me
Valentine's
count
Day.
the ways it could have been in your control. Dylan, tell her not to do this. You guys, tell her that it would just make me sad. That's not something I'd want. Just stop her, okay? So she doesn't spend that money, all right? Or you pick up the phone and say, hey, my bros just told me that you were going to do it, which is really sweet of you, but please don't do that. Just stop her from doing it. Like, why can't you be more sensitive?
I did. I broke up with her 5 days before Valentine's Day. I didn't.
By then, you knew she had spent the Are you just daft? Do you hear me, what I'm asking you?
I do.
Well, yeah, if you hear me, then you know that what I'm asking you is that way back in January, your friends told you she was about to blow $700 on you, and you could have stopped it and didn't, either by having your friends stop her or you just stop her. Hey, they told me what you're doing. That's really sweet. I love that. We'll see each other when I get back into town. Please do not do that. It would make me sad to have a picture of my dog. Please don't do that. Let's just have a good, nice dinner together or whatever. And then she wouldn't have been $700 poorer when you dumped her, which you knew you were going to dump her all that time. Answer that question.
Your Honor, I don't know.
If the answer is because you're a jerk, just go ahead and say it.
I'm not a jerk. I just made the wrong decision, okay?
Okay. What'd you do with the painting?
Oh, it's in my closet.
Okay. You got $680?
I haven't even gotten this painting. I haven't seen this painting.
Do you want it?
No,
Yeah. Why not?
because I don't want to be constantly reminded of my dead dog.
No, but I get it. I mean, it's not about that. Listen, I'm here to enforce legal obligations, okay? And even though I think he's a horrible boyfriend, a terrible mate, and a good riddance, and move on, I am not going to make him pay you $680 because you spent money on a gift that you can't get a refund on. These are choices that you made. If he dumped you, he dumped you. There's always a chance somebody's going to dump you. I mean, these are just, we all make choices and then we're stuck with our choices.
But, Your Honor, if he knew that he was going to dump me...
Doesn't matter. That's not a legal obligation. It's certainly a moral one, as you can tell, because I have been grilling him like a cheeseburger. Okay? It's certainly a moral one. It is most absolutely not a legal one. Verdict for the defendant.
All rise.
Judge Milian has ruled in favor of the defendant. The plaintiff's claim is denied.
Any last remarks for each other?
You're never going to have as good of a girlfriend as me.
Go enjoy Dylan.
Coming up,
She was supposed to pick me up at 1:30 a.m.
And she was late arriving?
I texted her to let her know that I'm running a little bit late.
Oh, you were late.
you're watching Emmy-nominated Justice for the People with Judge Milian. Lisa Badikian claims she paid her co-worker to drive her to the airport, but missed her flight to her cousin's wedding. Melissa Kandick says the plaintiff wasn't ready when she arrived, and then they had to get gas.
Ms. Badikian, you are suing Ms. Kandick for $1,500 because, according to you, she caused you to miss your flight. Tell me about that.
That's right. Your Honor, one night before I was supposed to fly out to Dallas for my cousin's wedding, my ride to the airport fell through. So I reached out to Melissa, my former coworker. We had talked about her being a rideshare occasionally, so I reached out to her to see if she could give me a ride to the airport. We agreed on a fee. This was not, something she was going to do as a favor. I agreed to pay her. We agreed on $120, $60 each way for her to get me to the airport. What happened was she was late to get me to the airport, and I had to miss my flight. So
Well, let's talk about, okay, first of all, what time did you folks set to pick you up?
She was supposed to pick me up at 1:30 a.m.
And she was late arriving?
She was, so right before she arrived, around 1:15, I texted her to let her know that I'm running a little bit late.
Oh, you were late.
I was running a little bit late. I just needed to gather a few things.
What time did you get in the car?
We got in the car at about 2 a.m.
Well, she was already in the car, right?
She was waiting for me down
Okay, so
there.
you got in the car at 2 a.m. That's a half an hour late. Go on.
Right. So I had accounted for, travel time. I'm 40 minutes from LAX airport. I'm a pre-check, so I knew I didn't have to wait in line for security. I already had my boarding pass, so I knew I didn't have to spend too much time at the airport. Just had to get there and get in.
What time was your flight departing?
My flight departed at 3:15. That was a
What time, if you had gotten in the car at 1:30, what time would you have arrived at the airport?
I would have been there about 2:15.
Coming up,
So I got gas and I stopped for a coffee because it was late and I'd already been waiting for her for 30 minutes and I needed something to stay awake on my drive there.
You're watching Emmy-nominated Justice for the People with Judge Milian. We're back with a case of Lisa Badikian, who blames Melissa Kandick for a missed flight.
And then how is it you're blaming it on her? What happened? She made a stop?
Yeah, so I let her know that I was running a few minutes late, and she was there waiting. She never mentioned anything to me that she needed to make any stops. On our way to the airport, she tells me she needs to stop for gas. So
Why wouldn't you have gassed up before? It's the middle of the night. She's got to get to the airport. Why wouldn't you have gassed up before this moment?
Your Honor, when I was waiting for her in that 30 minutes, she never once indicated how long I would wait for her.
No, I get that. I wanted you to gas up before you got to her house. That's what I'm thinking. That's my question.
In my defense, she did ask me the night before. And since this was a early morning departure, it kind of interfered with my schedule with how I was already doing things.
All right, so she gets in your car, you stop for gas. According to her, you stopped for more than gas because you went inside, you got a cup of coffee. Talk to me about that.
So I got gas and I stopped for a coffee because it was late and I'd already been waiting for her for 30 minutes and I needed something to stay awake on my drive there.
Okay, so how long were you at the gas station?
We left at 2 and got to the gas station, left the gas station at 2:15.
So you were is there any dispute about that? How long was the gas station stop? 15 minutes?
the gas station stop was about 15 minutes, and
Okay.
she was.
So
there was
if
no,
you, here's what I want to try to understand. If you are shooting to get there by 2:15, if she had been gassed up and she didn't stop for a cup of coffee, if it's 2, you would get to the airport at 2:40, which is too late to check in luggage, which is a reason you had to get another flight.
Judge Milian's verdict when justice for the people returns. You're watching Emmy-nominated Justice for the People with Judge Milian.
Your
Did you
Honor,
think this through before you filed a lawsuit?
Your Honor, I did think this through, and the fact of the matter is the expectation is for her to be ready to go.
Can I ask you
It's like
something?
being
Did you
arriving
hear
to
my
work.
question? How, if you weren't ready to go, because the expectation is you're getting into the car at 1:30, you got in there at 2, you were never going to be able to check luggage based on your own tardiness. Is that true or not true?
It's debatable.
How is it debatable?
It's
Debate it
debatable.
with me.
Because I've been on flights where they did take my luggage and they
Oh,
did
so you
check
were
me in.
banking on being the exception. You were banking on someone thinking you're so cute they'd take your luggage. That's what you were banking on.
I was just banking on, you know.
This is why
my
I don't
previous
check luggage.
experience.
This is why if I'm going somewhere, it all fits in the overhead compartment. Okay?
Right. In this case, it was a wedding. I had, you know, a dress that
So
I had
you
to
ship
pack.
it beforehand?
I had to pack.
Okay, then you know what? You don't get in the
toiletries.
car half an hour late because now you're not going to be able to check luggage thanks to you. Verdict for the defendant.
All rise.
Judge Milian has ruled in favor of the defendant. The plaintiff's claim is dismissed.
Any last remarks for each other?
Was it worth it?
That's just wrong. You still owe me.
The devil is a lie.
This has been a production of Allen Media Group.